Veterans in need of a place to live will soon have a new housing option here in the Northwest Metro. As Delane Cleveland reports, an organization dedicated to ending veteran homelessness is taking over a former hotel in the heart of downtown Robbinsdale.
For nearly 125 years, the Robin Hotel has stood at the corner of Hubbard Avenue and 41st Avenue in Robbinsdale.
This building has been used for a variety of purposes, but most recently as housing for those that maybe can't afford a larger apartment or really like the location here.
Sarah Riegel is with the Minnesota Assistance Council for Veterans. Last year, Hennepin County purchased the building for nearly $2 million and transferred ownership to the nonprofit.
So they came to us and they said, would you have interest working with us on acquiring this building and utilizing it towards your mission of ending veteran homelessness?
Riegel says Minnesota has roughly 350 homeless veterans. She says this hotel can help.
Some folks might use this as an opportunity to save up, move on, move into home ownership. Other folks will stay with us for 20 or 30 years. It's really an individualized approach, and there's no definitive timeline of when they have to be out.
The nonprofit is planning renovations that would eventually provide 16 units to veterans in need.
So we'll be upgrading this to a fully usable kitchen facility.
Meanwhile, Riegel wanted to address any concerns that Robbinsdale residents might have about homeless veterans moving into this space.
One thing we always let folks know is people experiencing homelessness, they might have some barriers to stability, but they just want a home. And usually when we get them in a home, they don't want to jeopardize that.
The hope is to begin the rehab work soon and get veterans into the building by the end of the year.
We're really looking forward to be able to house more vets in this beautiful historic building.
In Robbinsdale, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
The Robin Hotel currently has more than a dozen people living on site. The nonprofit says it plans to work with the current occupants to help them find affordable housing elsewhere. The Metropolitan Council has approved a plan to increase safety on Metro Transit buses and trains. The plan comes as Metro Transit experienced a 54% increase in crime reports last year. That increase coincided with an increase in riders, up 17%, but still below pre-pandemic levels. To improve safety, Metro Transit will step up security on buses and trains.
What people want when they're using transit is to know that there's people there that are able to help or intervene if necessary. And so this is all of the above approach is part of the effort to do that.
Metro Transit started a security personnel pilot program last fall and is looking to expand it to other locations, including the Brooklyn Center Transit Station. Some police departments in the Northwest Metro are struggling to retain staffing levels, but that's not the case in Crystal. As reporter Sonia Goins shows us, the department has been stable for the last 3 years.
There has not been a day that I have not loved coming to work.
Crystal Deputy Police Chief Brian Hubbard says there are many factors that make the department a great place to work.
This department is different than many in terms of how we look at policing.
The department is authorized for 34 sworn officers, and it's currently at 32. Hubbard says the numbers have been stable even during the height of the pandemic, when everyone else was struggling to find staff.
We don't offer any bonus incentives for people to come or to stay, so we're probably about where we normally sit right now.
The deputy chief says the leadership has done its best to make sure staff feel supported, encouraged, and appreciated.
If we can wrap around a person totally and be supportive of them and encourage them, help them, that they're going to come and do better work.
Policing is a stressful job, but Hubbard says there is physical and mental health support for Crystal police officers.
We've created some incentives for working out. We allow people to work out on duty if the calls allow it.
And everyone is required to meet with a mental health therapist at least once a year.
And we also have a contract with a provider where if they want additional sessions unknown to us, they can just go ahead and schedule them.
Variety is also key. Although the department is small, the Crystal Police Department offers many opportunities for officers to expand their roles.
Specialty assignments that they can go into. We've got canine, we've got drone operators, we've got negotiators, we've got a SWAT team.
Hubbard says it also helps to boost morale when the community and city leaders back the police department.
I think that makes a big difference, that you know if something happens in a difficult time that you're going to be supported.
The deputy chief says officers go above and beyond to serve and protect Crystal residents.
I work with an outstanding team of people who come and give everything they have every day.
In Crystal, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
Over the coming weeks, you may find yourself engrossed in family, memories, and dark secrets. A new suspenseful novel titled Carolina Moonset is the chosen book for Plymouth Reads, a community-wide book event. This is the 13th annual Plymouth Reads and the first time a mystery has been selected. It's also the first time there's been a unanimous selection by the library committee. Plymouth Reads is also more than just getting people hooked on a book. It does something else too.
The most important thing for me personally is building community, is having people get to know each other, having people to get to understand each other. We have a very diverse population. It's nice when people come together around a book.
In April, residents can come together to discuss the book, and they even get a chance to meet the author. Copies of Carolina Moonset are available at the Plymouth Library. Some of the finest artwork from local high school students is now on display at North Hennepin Community College. Students from 10 area high schools produced work for the show. Those schools include Osseo, Maple Grove, Park Center, Armstrong, and Prairie Seeds Academy. The art pieces feature a variety of mediums, including ceramics and jewelry.
This show just proves how much talent, like you said, is out there. It also, I think, really keenly illustrates that we need places for those voices to be heard.
North Hennepin faculty will recognize one student from each school with an Artistic Merit Award. Visitors can also vote for their favorite piece through the People's Choice Award. The exhibition runs through next week.